Jack Zabrowski here. There are lots of ways to summarize your new product ideas and the homework that you've done to make sure that they will be successful. The traditional textbook approach to this is something called a new product innovation charter. So let's look a little bit at this and then let's talk about what that means for you as an individual new product generator. So the new product innovation charter is a roadmap that provides the rules, limits, conditions, assumptions, scope, and directions under which new product development team will operate. It sets up the basic scope of the game. And of course, it's an opportunity for you to organize your thoughts, data and facts, and calculations into an organized portfolio of information about your new product idea. Here is what a new product innovation charter would typically look like for the Lee Business School graduate programs. It would have issues associated with background, focus, goals and objectives, and guidelines. So let's take a look at each of those. Well, the background are the key ideas from the situation analysis, special issues such as managerial dicta, and reasons for the new product development effort at this time. That, of course, is all about how we got here. The focus is at least one clear technology dimension and one key market dimension. And of course, they must match, provide some sort of customer value, and have a good potential given the goals and objectives. A focus on points of difference, either products or customers or both. Third are the goals and objectives. What the new product development activities is designed to accomplish, either short-term objectives or long-term goals or both. Evaluation instruments need to be identified to judge alternative concepts, and we need to decide what are going to be the metrics: profits, growth, market share, etc., etc. And of course, each one of these is individual product specific. And then the guidelines. The guidelines are the rules of the road or special requirements, speed limitations, or issues imposed by the situation at hand or by upper management. Issues might include innovativeness, order of market entry, time and quality, and cost constraints. Also, it might include other special instruments or constraints to consider. In summary, the Charter provides a roadmap and rule book pertaining to the new product development task. It includes the rules, limits, conditions, assumptions, scope, and directions under which the new product development effort and team will operate. It sets up the basic scope of the game. But let's step back from this a minute. Everybody needs some version of a new product innovation charter, but we all don't need the same one, and we all don't need the same setup, and we don't need to use the same template. Everyone should design a new product organization system or a new product portfolio or charter that allows you to quickly be able to look at information that you have found about this new product area, things that you were thinking about when certain decisions were made, and how those decisions might change over time. Everyone needs to develop their own new product charter or roadmap. And here I have an example of that. I have examples of golfers' personal yardage and green books. You can go out and buy a yardage book and a green book for almost any golf course that you might play. But the people who play that golf course all the time, or professionals that are playing a golf course for some real money, will take that yardage book and they will customize it and put in notes for their own use. So that while everybody starts with a similar yardage book, the one that they actually use while they're playing might have very different information from one golfer to another. And you need to be thinking about the new product charter idea in sort of the same way. And of course, what are the key elements in Jack's product innovation charter? Well, I always like to start with the concept. And I consider the concept to be sort of a 30-second explanation of the new product. If I can't explain the new product concept to you in 30 seconds, then I need to go back and rethink what we're doing. The background information is part of the concept. That is the information that frames the concept and the idea of how we got here in the first place. And then, of course, I like to write up a new product story, sort of the story of the particular new product idea and why it's a good idea and how we got here and where we expect the new idea to take us in the future. The second part of a new product charter for me is always the details. We might also refer to as the nuts and bolts or the homework or the research associated with the new product idea. Key ideas from the situation analysis might be included. Special issues such as managerial dicta, reasons for new product development effort at this time, and how we got here. Very similar to the background information in the original one. But the details for me always include information about the industry. I consider the industry analysis to be an explanation of how the game is played, the rules of the game, and identifying how you must play the game to be successful. Second aspect is the competitive advantage, the unique selling proposition, points of difference, or why customers will buy this particular product. Third, of course, on the details needs to be the customers. Who are they? How many of them are there? And why will they buy our product? And then, of course, it's the competition. Who will we have to beat to win these customers? That's a critical issue here. And then, of course, macro issues that might influence the success of our product over time. Next, I like to think about goals and objectives. Okay, and then what evaluation instruments we're going to use to evaluate the alternatives, and what's really important with this new product. What's the purpose of this new product? What's the goal? Is it to increase market share? Is it to increase our profit margins? Is it to attract new customers? Exactly what are the goals of the new product development idea? And then, of course, there are guidelines, and these, of course, are perhaps the rules of the road, special requirements, limitations, issues, and things that might impact what we do in the future in terms of how much money we have, whether or not we have to convince investors to get on board, et cetera, et cetera. Do we have to find manufacturers, et cetera, et cetera. In summary, of course, the charter provides a roadmap or rulebook pertaining to the new product development tasks. It sets up the basic scope of the game. And then my question to you is, what would you include in your new product charter? Something to think about.